House on the Road subscribers and followers. Hello, Lori. How are you? Boy, you were right on top of it. I like how it sends out notifications before I'm actually on. That way, I got 3 people, and I'm not just sitting here talking to myself. So, thanks for joining in before we're actually on. So, yay! Make sure that I can see everybody's comments. Nope, I want everybody's comments. Alright, so I guess it's just Lori that's commented so far. I'm kind of crooked here. I might have to hold the camera. I was not wanting to do that. Let's see if I can find something to prop up the camera with, because this isn't working. So I want to bounce you all around. Hello, John. How are you? Hello, Tal. Good. Everybody's starting to show up. I was getting worried. It was just me and Lori. Well, I wasn't worried. Lori's been a good friend. She's been around a long time. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to drop you. Hello, Shannon. I'm going to, I know I'm not supposed to use your full name, but I won't mention your last name. How about that? Hello, Steve. Sorry for all the bounciness. Linda G. Hi. How are you? Greetings from the Show Me State. My home state. Hi from Lake Stevens, Washington. It's 90 degrees here. You know, we've been really lucky with the weather this year. I'm really happy with the weather. See what happens? You decide not to chase the weather, and it works out. Hello, Joe from down under. It is a beautiful winter day down here. I hope you're well. Does it snow down there, Joe? I mean, I don't know much about Australia, but does it snow down there? Hello, Michelle. Lori says, I was first on here tonight. Yes, you were. First commenter. Hello, Oscar. Good. I'm glad I didn't mess that up. And Dandy Dan, hello. I'm glad you didn't miss us. I know that you were hoping that you could catch us, so thank you for joining us. Hello, Larry. So, and 78 Cardinal, East Coast, checking in. Well, hello, 78 Cardinal. I hope you'll stick around for a bit. Boy, the bugs are kind of flying around, sorry. Carolyn's made brats, and I can smell them. They're smelling awesome, so I'm going to be hungry this whole life feed. Well, Angela Chesser, hello. Well, Angela, I don't think I've seen you here before, so welcome to the House on the Road family. Welcome to our live feed. As a lot of you know, I'm in Nebraska. Carolyn and I are in Nebraska, and we're checking out the city parks. I tell you, this is absolutely incredible, these city parks. I don't know how they do it. Free electric, free water. Get to stay here, it's not 2 weeks, but it sure is neat. Hello, Jane. Good to see you. Hello, Mom. Good to see you. But it's real pleasant, real relaxing. I can have the internet on. I don't have to have the generator on. Nowhere we are, you have to go to the mountain range in southern states. Southern states, isn't that something? We do get some frost. However, today we're in the 60s. Oh. That's interesting. You go to southern states to get snow. Here we go to the northern states to get snow. That's neat. Hit the like button, people. I agree with Catherine. Thanks for the shout out, Catherine. I appreciate it. How is Nebraska? We love Nebraska. It's very nice. There's this cotton thing. It's like, here. Let me show you. Okay. There's this cotton stuff floating around everywhere. Hello, VMAC. Good to see you. And this is falling out of the trees. And I guess it's cottonwood. I don't know what it is. But it's really neat looking. And it's everywhere. It's everywhere. But we think Carolyn might be allergic to it. Her eye, I think she's gotten some allergic pink eye from it. So her chest is all congested, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Hello, meandering meerkat. See, I said it right this time. I was ready for you. Cottonwood, is that what it is? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that is, but it's everywhere. Whoop. Oh, I didn't get on the camera. There it is. But it floats in, when the doors open, it floats in. It's everywhere. It's neat to watch, especially, I don't know, around, I don't know, I think around maybe 3 o'clock. I mean, it just fills the area. Well, we got 31 people here. I hope somebody starts talking because I don't know what to always say for an hour. I just sit around looking at the screen. Hi. B Beach, hello, good to see you. Welcome to the Little House on the Road family. Welcome to our live feed. Budget 61, are there any willow trees around? Yes, is that willow? Yes, there's a lot of willow trees over there, a ton of them. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Well, thank you, Roger. I do appreciate that. I agree. Want to hear some good news? I'm not ready to post on my page yet. I'm 3 months away from becoming hearing instrument provider. Super stoked. Well, that is very cool. Hearing instrument, so like hearing aids. That is very cool. Congratulations, Lori. And VMAX says hi, DOB. Who's DOB? Oh, Michelle. Yes, it's Willow. Really, I did not know that. Because there's no willows directly above us. The willows are down here. You know, down on the... Okay, well, thank you. Very cool. Well, I mean, it's neat to see, but we think Carolyn might be a little sensitive to it. That's why I've been so busy. Yeah, I've noticed that you haven't posted. What's interesting, Lori, is that every time you make a post, I get a notification. I'm not sure why that happens. So I always know what you're doing. Tillman says, hi, Rob. I just watched your last video. I got a big kick out of it. I'm an introvert, but come camp with me and other 70 introverts, LOL. Yeah, let's go camping. And I want a wrench, LOL. You going to show up to all the live feeds? You going to show up all the live feeds? Hit the thumbs up, Roger. Thank you, buddy. 43 people. Boy, I'm telling you, today has been something else on YouTube. All kinds of comments. Rarely do I ever get over 11 subscribers per day. That's about average, about 11. So I get around 10 to 15. Today I got 20. All kinds of comments, lots of views. I mean, there's something going on. Janice says, yeah, I laughed out loud when you said the 75 people. Well, it's true. I'm not kidding about that. He actually is going here. That YouTuber is going to set up multiple groups of 75 people, and I think he said he's not sure if he's going to be one of the groups or how he's going to handle that. He wants to get involved with that. He might be like a someone who bounces around from from group to group. He said that might be the case where he goes and works with this group for a while and then he'll move on to the next group. But yeah, all these groups are going to go out to the desert in groups of 75. And they're going to travel around, and every 2 weeks they're going to move. And he promises that it's always going to be cleaner than what they left it. Yeah, I mean, that's just a lot of people. Yeah, Lori's all fancy now. Guess he didn't watch your last YouTube video. Well, you know, I'm not going to actually dismiss that. He may be watching. I actually got some feedback from one of the YouTubers that I talk about. She came, left a comment. She was not very happy with what I said. So maybe I'm getting some notice. I mean, I don't know. They might shut me down somehow or another. And they may send their tribe after me. I don't know. I was cracking up when you put your hands in your face out of frustration. Oh, I do that a lot. If you go look at the willow tree, it's weeping this time of year. Cottonwood is named for color of wood. Huh. Well, I'll go down and look at it a little bit. I can't leave too far from the truck, otherwise, I mean, I can see one right over here, but not very well. I'll have to go look at it. What's your opinion about spending the winter in Louisiana? Okay, there's 4 states. Am I right about this? I'm going to just name them off. That I've looked up that says that it's tolerable in the wintertime. That is Florida, Louisiana, Texas, Arizona, and California. That's what they say. I have considered going to Louisiana, but last year, I'm telling you, it was cold everywhere. It snowed on the Mexican-Texas border last year. So, I don't know. I hope that answers your question. I mean, I've considered, there's not a lot of free camping in Louisiana that I can find. That's like me. Plan on taking my first trip a couple weeks, test run. Oh, that's great. And hello, Pooter Hoffmer. Welcome to the Little House on the Road family. I'm a little behind in your videos. Been a little busy this week. Well, maybe you'll catch up. Must be talking about Santa Bob. Well, I mean, I'm talking about a YouTuber. I want to travel around selling water and toilet paper. Well, water would help. Betsy says, good evening, great job. Well, thank you, Betsy, I appreciate it. Good evening to you and Meandering Meerkat. See, I got it twice in a row. LOL John, LOL John. What did John say? Oh yeah, water. They can't shut you down. You don't break the YouTube TOS and you never name them directly. Yeah, I mean, I really try to keep from that. Unless it's a positive comment like Driving and Vibing, I call them out all the time. But I mean, I say nothing but good things about them. I like their style. I mean, they've done a couple things that I disagree with, but in the end, they are really. I was thinking about this today. There's basically 3 types of YouTubers. There is the emotional type of YouTubers, which is where I think Driving and Vibing fall in at. They try to stimulate some emotion with their editing style and their footage. I mean, they're really artsy type of people. And, you know, they can do the screen fade-ins and fade-outs. They're really good at it. I would never be able to do it. There is the entertainer. Comedians also fall under emotional type of thing. And then there's the entertainment type. And I think a lot of these folks that drive around with their cameras and they're talking, you know, they got their camera pointed to the road and that kind of thing. I think they're more like the entertainers. People come in to be entertained by those folks. And then you got the educators. And I think Cheap Living, I think he's an educator, obviously. You know, he shows a lot about this environment. But I also consider myself that kind of person, an educator. And the reason I think I am, because I try to give you the reality of the lifestyle. So I'm trying to educate you on the reality. I have no idea why I got off onto that. I have to do some all day watching on YouTube. I'm trying to catch up here. I got a lot of comments. This is awesome. Hello. Florida is having a major algebra bloom, making people sick. Oh, must be algae bloom. Swimming in the ocean. Most YouTubers are thin-skinned. Yeah, she came after me. She was not happy. But it is hard. I mean, yeah, I have to agree with that. It is hard to take some of the comments. It's like, that's me. You're talking about me. That's mine. She now has a sponsor. I know. Basically a therapy site. Yeah, I saw that. People going through depression. Is it so wrong to make money off such sadness? Pretty sure she has a cult of crazies. Was that wrong to say? Yeah, if a sponsor were to, I mean, I've been approached by several sponsors. They wanted me to sell shoes and glasses and I can't think of what else. And I don't think I'm going to do that unless it's specific to what we do. Like if a generator came along, somebody with a generator, like or Berkey water filter, if they wanted to sponsor me, I would do that, because that actually applies to what I'm doing. I like the product. You know, if Champion Generators came around and asked me to sponsor their generator, I would do that. I like their product. This is the second generator I've had. The first one got burned up, but there was no signs of wear and tear. So I would do something like that, but I'm not just going to jump on any. I've turned them all down. Every sponsor that has asked me to sponsor them, I've turned down. So, and one of them, the shoes, they really came after me. They kept offering me stuff, and I just didn't see how shoes would fit in to what we do. I'm more worried about you folks. I'm worried about, are you even going to be interested in buying a pair of shoes from me? I mean, why would you want to buy? That's not why you came here. Hi, Sony. How are you? Good to see you. Little House, Thunder Rumbling, North Carolina. Hello, Jimmy. Dealing with snakes in the backyard. I hate snakes. I hate snakes too. There's only 3 types of snakes that I don't like. Small snakes, big snakes, and sticks that look like snakes. Trey says, hey, Trey, how you doing? Glad to see you made it. Oh, yeah, Nebraska's great. Afternoon from Dallas. There's a few that really show what it's really like living the RV lifestyle. Hello, you roam. Each comment is a view. That's why you have way more views than people watching. That's why you have way more views than people watching. Well, the key is, VMAC, is watch time. Watch time is a big deal. And I have very high watch time. Most of my watch time is up in the 70%. It's called audience retention. And that's the big deal. That's what YouTube really looks at, is audience retention and then overall watch time. So that's why I try to keep one of the reasons I try to keep my videos down to 7 minutes is because I think that's where people tend to say, okay, I'm starting to get bored with this. So I try to, show you something in 7 minutes, and hopefully you'll stick around for 5. I made a video that was about 5.5 minutes long, and it got up to, I think, 80%. First year full-time in Arizona, come 15th, hot here, but do your stuff in the morning. Hide the AC rest of the day. Hello, Jimmy, thought for sure you saw me running off after I dropped the snake. I saw your short live stream video on your build. Have you made any changes since then? Nope, have not made a change. Well, I did add marker lights because I don't think I could have entered a few states like Washington State without marker lights. I had to have marker lights because states like Washington said that anything over 80 inches wide had to have marker lights, and I'm at 83, so I went ahead and added those. But no, I haven't added anything else. Really like what we got. You, my dear, are honest, ethical man. Well, thank you, Lori. I do appreciate it. You earn your money through honesty. You wouldn't be able to push a company, don't believe it. No, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, and I've turned them down. And it's hard to turn down money. It really is. Like, no, I just can't do it. I don't know anything about your shoes. No one music players today. Shoes would be good. You do a lot of walking. LOL. Oh, sure. You wanted to cut on my tarp monopoly. Yeah, actually, John's got this really good idea. We were down in Florida, and he saw everybody putting tarps over the campers. It's a big deal in Florida, actually. And so he's going to start a tarp company, but I wanted in on that. So, yeah, I would sponsor John, or John can sponsor me. That's fine. Yeah, I would want in on that. I'm at the HOs, the comments count. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, well, yeah, there's a whole list of things, interactions, thumbs up. Yep, you're right. Hello, William. Good to see you. Smart move on the 5-7 minute videos. Times quick hits are the way to go. Yeah, there's a lot of folks that think that the 30-minute videos is a good idea because they're thinking they can get more watch time. But YouTube recently made a change, I don't know, maybe a year ago, where watch time was the second most important thing to do. The first most important thing to do is get people to stay on your video. And so I'd rather people stay on my video and then try to figure out how to get more people to watch it. So if I can get people to watch 7 minutes and I got, 10,000 people watching, that's 70,000 views, where, you make a 30-minute video and you get people to watch for 3 minutes, that's not going to work. Boy, I'm so far behind. Let's see. Oh, hi, Steven. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, my goodness. Look at it. It's Tulane Hobo. We were just talking about you today, Tulane. I thought we'd lost because, wow, it is good to see you. I mean, we lost a lot of people after the camper burn, and we thought you might be one of them. So, boy, I'm good to see you. If you ever take their money, they will want to see those shoes every day. Yeah, I know. And I don't know how to do them. I mean, the generator, I might be able to actually do. I could slip that in every video, or the Berkey, but not shoes. Can you use white noise to block out any stray copyrighted music, or Carolyn can play the harp in the background? No, copyright music is a big problem. I don't know how to. I mean, I was able to edit out one time in a video. What I did was I played music over it, but it made it hard to hear me also. So anytime there's music, I really try to stay away from it. Last live feed, I was very conscientious as to whether you could hear it. YouTube couldn't hear it, obviously. They didn't do anything, so I don't know, that's a big problem. Can you use, okay, I usually lose interest in a video at about 10-minute mark unless it's extraordinarily interesting, maybe 15. Straight. The reason I picked 7 minutes is because I started noticing I won't watch a video over 7 minutes. So I figured if I was, if that was a good rule for myself, then I'd just apply it to my videos. Hello, Thomas. Good to see you. Welcome to Little House on the Road family. Hello, Jeremiah. Late again. That's okay, Tom. If videos are longer than 10 to 15, I get bored. I understand that, yeah. Good to see you all been in my hibernation time. Jimmy says anything over 15 seconds will get you nailed concerning music. Yeah. Copyright-wise, yeah. I mean, I used to actually put clips of movies in my videos way back when I first started YouTube, and I've actually gotten away from that. I don't do that anymore either. I'm trying to make them funny. Where are you all now? When will you be going back home? Okay, well, we're in Nebraska now, and the reason we're in Nebraska now is we are trying to head back home. We'll probably be back in Missouri in the next couple of weeks. You know, we got a sick family member, and so we need to go figure out what to do. And did not know that. Let's see, is that you, Carolyn? Yeah, I didn't she said she wasn't going to get on tonight because we were worried that the internet might be too slow, but she got on. Checking weather, thunderstorms. Janice says, if somebody videotapes me at an open mic and it's one of my original copyrighted songs, will they ding the person? On YouTube, if you have copyright material on there, you will get a copyright strike. YouTube nails it every time. They'll pick it right up. If they don't pick it up, then the artist can pick it up, and you're going to lose all that revenue, because all that revenue then goes to the artist, and then you also have a copyright strike. Ultra Mobility and Humble Roads are two channels that can play long videos, and I'll watch. They're just very entertaining. Lori, we love equally a lot. Let's see. Looks like a nice place you're at. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I mean, it's a city park. I mean, you walk around. It's got playgrounds and different things. I'm going to make videos on all the city parks that we're staying at. Nebraska is a really neat state. I really like it. We will come back. We'll probably come back next year. We're actually thinking about coming through here through the spring and then coming back through the fall again. A lot of these city parks are going to shut down in September, so you got to get here, for August. Howdy, hello, Wade. Boy, all the folks that we used to watch are in today, like Tulane and Wade. Good to see you. Are you finding that as you do the nomadic life longer, the bad and ugly of lifestyle lessons or not? Well, no, the bad and ugly don't lessen. It's life. I made a video about this the other day, the 3 stages of emotional stages. It's just life. There is no, I mean, the bad and ugly happen. If you're in a stick and brick, the bad and ugly happen. They just happen. As a matter of fact, we're heading back to Missouri because we have a sick family member. That is the bad and ugly. That is just realistically speaking. Things are bad. I guess I get confused. I mean, well, I just made a video about this. I mean, I recorded a video about this today. I posted a picture in a Facebook group. A picture of a, see, there's that cotton that, and it was about Mount Denali in Alaska. Somebody opened up their tent and took a picture. And they got more comments on that today than any other thing I've posted in my Facebook group. Anything. Doesn't matter what I post. That picture got a lot of feedback. Because a lot of people, I think, have this imaginary imagination of what this life is about. And that's what I think they see, is those kind of pictures. And but those experiences are very far and few between. The most idealistic place we have been was the grasslands there on the Badlands, I mean, we woke up every morning to absolute beauty, but that is very rare. Most everything you see is something like this. Okay, Michelle says, when will we be back on the east? Well, we may not even leave Missouri until December, so you know, it's going to be. I mean, we got to get to Missouri, and then we're going to head back to Florida. You know, after that. So, been catching up on videos. Well, thank you, Tulane. You really like the camper you built. Well, thank you. I mean, it is pretty darn nice. We like it. Jeremiah says, love Nebraska. Welcome back to all of you that have not been here for a while. And I'm loving the love here today. Hi, everyone. Hi, Dandy Meandering Meerkat. That is the coolest name. And other than family, what other things, issues keep you tied back home? We will always check in twice a year, because we got to deal with our taxes, and we got to deal with our license plates and our driver's license. So twice a year, we'll always go back to Missouri. Definitely once a year, but we're going to try to go back twice a year. Of course, we got family we want to visit. So, you know, it's not home base, but it is someplace that we will go back to every year. Gotta move on. Been fun. Well, talk to you later, Janice. Good to see you. Tolly. Hello, Tolly. Hello, Little House on the Road. Good to see you. Let me take a drink here. I'm a little thirsty. Vehicle. Well, I never thought I would like the van, and I still don't think I would like, not with Carolyn and me both in it, but I do like this truck camper. I mean, it is, I don't know, it feels like a little tree house that, you know, you would build. We saw those views almost daily when traveling, but it cost us a lot of money. The month we spent in Yellowstone Glacier cost. Yeah, see, that's the key. I thank you, Trey, for bringing that up. That is absolutely the key, is how much money do you want to spend? And in my opinion, I mean, I don't want to sit here and talk about who makes more money and all that kind of stuff, but I just can't imagine spending that kind of money every month to go see those kind of sites, or even once a year. I mean, we went to the Badlands, and it was beautiful, but I mean, it costs money to travel from Florida all the way up to South Carolina. So yeah, it's I mean, I watched this one YouTuber, and all she does is drive, and it's not even the one you guys are thinking, not the one in Alaska, the other one. It just drives and drives and drives and drives. It's just, how do you drive that much? And eventually your vehicle's going to wear out. That means you got to buy another vehicle. So I mean, we're not even talking about just the cost of travel, but the cost of maintenance and replacement parts and replacement vehicles. Oh, astronomical costs. Well, I think I'm all caught up. Wade says, ever thought about doing consulting work for people that want a hand in the starting of life? I will be willing to pay to help build my truck when I'm ready. Consulting work for hand in starting this lifestyle. Well, here's the thing. I'm just going to be honest. First, I will never build anybody a camper or help anybody build a camper. I don't want the liability. If this thing blows apart, I'd rather it blow apart on me than somebody else. Secondly, I'm trying to discourage people from just jumping out here. You know, we already have a YouTuber that promotes this lifestyle, and now he's giving money away so you can start your lifestyle. He recently just bought someone a van, and he intends to continue to do that. So I don't agree with that. I think he's going to start up these caravans of 75 people, groups of 75. he's starting a nonprofit to help people get started in this lifestyle. So I'm not going to do that. So to answer your question, no, I'm not going to help anybody start this lifestyle. I'm not going to start a tribe or anything like that. And I know it disappoints people, but that's not who I am. Who I am is a guy who just wanted to come out here, live his life, make some YouTube videos, share our experiences, and I share my experiences. So I hope that makes sense. I agree. I suspect that many of these happy traveling nomads run 5K. Yeah, I would imagine. Hello, Terry Cobb. Good to see you. If it ain't free, you won't see me. I think your original dream has evolved into so much more. You and Carolyn are finding pure joy in the ways to save money and watching y'all succeed and make. Yeah, Lori, I agree, and I think my videos reflect that. You can see the emotions I go through all the time. I told Carolyn the other day, when we first went to the Badlands, it was cold and miserable again, and raining all the time, and I was grumpy. I mean, I was grumpy. She said she didn't know I was grumpy. But I said even the videos reflected that. You can see some negativity from me in them. And that's when I start getting a lot of negative comments, is when people start seeing this negativity in me. They keep saying, well, you need to start making better, happier videos. But the reality is I'm grumpy, and you get to see that. So I hope that makes sense. Hello, Vinny. Good to see you. All right, I'm heading back to work. All right, well, have a good one. Ooh, I just got it. You have 2 rooms in your rig, the back and the front. You need personal time. Night, Vinny. Great to be here with you. Well, thank you, Terry. I do appreciate it. Still enjoying the unlimited running water shower. Oh, very much so. I'm going to figure out a way to hook up the shower head, because normally we just, and then drop it. I'm going to hook that up so I can just have it running on me. A group of 75 people camping sounds terrible. I agree. You mean you won't pass out thousands of dollars so we can have fun? No. VMAC, but Rob, you could have your own. Yeah. I was reading an article about Jim Jones. They all drank the Kool-Aid. I forget how many people died. And the way he attracted people, and I see a lot of that in this YouTuber's videos. It is kind of like, wow, eye-opening. Wade says, understandable. I think I've got it thought out and I have a plan, but I'm not handy with a hammer. Well, I mean, I use just wood screws to build the frame, and then I use staples to staple the luan to the frame. I'm sure that's not what you meant, but I was just explaining. Tribes, by definition, include some and exclude others. Yeah, I guess it does. Except for the serious nomad, don't you think van life is a fad like it was in the 70s? I made a video about that. I do. I do think it's a fad. And I do think that a lot of the campgrounds are going to be shut down over this fad. Just like back in the 70s, people were living in their boats. They started shutting down marinas all over the place. And that was Jean on the Road. She's a subscriber. She actually turned me on to that. I didn't realize that was a thing. But back in the 70s, that's what happened. And they just started shutting them down. So I think that's what's going to happen, is people are going to start shutting things down, and the fad's going to end because there's no place to go. And I've said it in a lot of videos. They're shutting down Walmart parking lots, and they're shutting down towns where you can't sleep in towns anymore. So they just keep shutting more and more down. And they're shutting down campgrounds. They're shutting down campgrounds in Florida, in the National Forest. Hello, Kev. Good to see you. Wait, I need a minute. Well, it will be an app real soon, I understand, that you can just push a button and people come and rush and help you and send you money. Catherine, he did buy a van. He donated some money for that van. He didn't buy a van. He donated some money for that van. Well, that's not what I understood, but regardless, here's the thing. Somebody on his live feed, and I didn't ask for anything. You guys got to remember that. I made a video that I didn't want anything. But somebody on his live feed said, little house on the road, camper burnt down. And Bob said, I'm not going to help anybody that's not in the tribe. So, I mean, I don't understand what all this is about. So, I'm just curious. But it doesn't matter. I mean, he sent money. That's the thing. It's, he's sending money to people to help them live this lifestyle that I think is going to hurt a lot of people. He banned me for saying that, Rob. No more VMAC over there. What did you say? Oh, the cult. Yeah, I'm sure he did. Sometimes what sounds like negativity is actually the truth. Learning from that. There's the thing, Tom. I feel like that's all I talk about is the truth. The reality, the truth. And I get so many people say, why do you talk negative? Think about it. They say I'm talking negative, but I'm talking the truth. So truth is negative. Where are we at here? Good evening, everyone. I'm off. Okay, well, talk to you later, Joe. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. And hi from Canada. You got to admit, those Class B vans look cool. Jimmy says, I would like to camp with one Tillman truck camper adventure so we can talk around the campfire. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Late to the party. Fooey, but hello, Lawson. Thank you for joining us. Hello, VMAC. Or Phil says, hello, VMAC. Jimmy says, tribe equals self-admiration society. Too many RVers edit out all but the happy. That's not real life. Yeah, I'm telling you, I know. Not in the tribe. Where's the love? It must be nice to be debt-free and not doing the Nomad life. And now doing the Nomad life. Nice accomplishments on top of that. An enjoyable YouTube channel. Well, first, thank you very much. And yes, we thoroughly enjoy being debt-free. Freedom. If you want to be free, if you want to feel freedom, be debt-free. Because after that, you can do anything. He's not going to admit everyone into a tribe. I would love to watch a day in the life. Wonder how you could make a short video consisting of you and Carolyn sitting around just being you and Carolyn. Well, first, we'll never get Carolyn on the camera. But in all honesty, we have not slowed down today. Today we have just been, I woke up. Of course, you have to edit videos. I got to edit videos. And then you come out. We set up the shower. We took a shower. After that, we've just been busy all day. And so I did make a day in the life that showed that. Thank you, Rob. Your dose of reality is what a lot of us need, giving people much to just crunch away. Anyway, some people just can't handle the truth. He doesn't want honesty, Rob. He wants to tribe with people who never disagree with him. Yep. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that come on and make comments about they don't want the honesty. Just today, I've probably seen 2 or 3 who feel like that I'm just negative. And I don't feel like I'm negative. I really don't. I watch the videos, people say, Rob, you're just too negative. And I watch the video, and I don't feel like I'm negative. I feel like, no, I'm just me. Showing you what I'm doing today or talking to you about what I'm doing today. And I don't see it as negative. I see it as being honest. Lori said she'd like to see us sitting around. The honest truth is we've been busy all day. And I'm working right now. So I had to miss my meal. I'm not complaining. I'm happy to. But I don't get to eat until after I finish this live feed. So, that's just real life stuff. Dang, I waited too long to eat. Now I got to wait until this. That's just real life stuff. Dad says truth hurts, but I love hearing it. Jerry, hi, good to see you, Jerry. Do you ever do a tour of your rig? I did one before we put anything in it, way back on the build, back in April. If you go back and look at that. But, as far as a tour now, it's just full of stuff, and you wouldn't really see anything except the bed. But if you go back then, you'll see it. Someone that messes for all of us. Someone says, hi, Jerry. Also, a tribe can only have a certain number of members. Eventually, he'll close the gate for admission. Yeah, well, I mean, he said the other day in his live feed that people are already asking him money for vans to build, you know, to buy a van. And he says, I don't have the money for it. So it's not like he's not saying no. He's just saying, I don't have the money for it. So, boy, I'm so far behind. How does this happen? Many forestry roads out west are now behind lock gates. We couldn't get in the... Oh, wow, really? Wow. Boondocking roads were just closed. Fire. Wait until Santa Claus gets sock suit off for discrimination. He has to keep records and have a clearly specified policy of what his free stuff is. Well, yeah, I would think so. I made a video about nonprofits, and I'm really would be interested if he's actually going to be able to get this off the ground. You aren't negative, you're a realist. 2018 people are offended by everything. You're right, Lori. You're very right about that. Add Kool-Aid to my traveling water and toilet paper sales truck. And tarps. Tal Williams says these are areas where in Montana no fire closures, just see. Rob, I think many get mad at you because you shatter their pre-10 RV dreams. Many think buy an RV and never have a problem. I mean, you're absolutely right, Jimmy. I mean, you said it perfectly. I just am astonished. I think that people would think, wow, you know, what is this guy's problem? You can't please everyone, and you will wind up in a padded room if you try. Oh, I agree with that. I'd love to see an updated tour of your rig, too. There's not really an updated. I mean, you really wouldn't see anything. I would love to show you, but you're going to see junk up on the bunk end because, I mean, it's just full of stuff. So you're not even going to get to see the bunk end. It's just full of stuff. And, I say bunk end like in the pop-up. The cab over, sorry. And then there's the bed, what Carolyn and I sit on, and there's the fridge, and there's the stove, and that's it. I mean, everything that is in that original video is exactly what you're going to see now. There's nothing different, I promise. I haven't changed anything. Bertha, we're having brats tonight, beer brats. It's one of our favorites. We cook them, if we can't have a fire, we cook them in a little bit of water. They're awesome. So, there you go, Bertha. Never been nasty to him, but I don't cheer for his ideas. He deletes my comments. Yeah, I do understand that. Just what you want. A camera crew and an entourage to follow. Nope. No. On target, Jimmy Rants. So on target. Where is the nonprofit going to get this money? Hopefully not more e-begging. Well, I think that's exactly what they're looking at is on his last live feed. I think it was his last live. No, the live feed before that. Maybe it was a video. It doesn't matter. But he said he wants to become a nonprofit so he can go to organizations to get money from, you know, big-time donors so they can write it off as a tax write-off. So I think that's his plan. How are you two doing? Just got here. Hey, RSB, we're doing great. Teach people how to live, survive is always better than doing it for them. Gotta go. Okay, Wade, good to see you. Build my battery array. There you go. True stuff when you start out and you forget can help. Yeah. Some YouTubers have nothing but problems looking for a handout. Is your refrigerator a mini or full size? It's a mini fridge. I forget what cubic inch, but you can buy them at Walmart. It has a freezer. That's the key. It had a freezer. Who you talking about? Just got here. Well, our favorite YouTuber. And I don't know how we always get off onto that either. But we do. Did you say you added some metal to the front because of the leak? Perhaps I'm wrong. I have not, but yes, I am going to. Right now I just sealed it up with silicone. But that right there where the cab over comes up at an angle. So you got, how am I? Right there, the wind blew that seam and cracked the paint. So I just put some silicone right there until I can get a piece of aluminum. And you know, when I get back to Missouri, I'm going to work on that. You're not negative, you're refreshing, upbeat, and truthful. I look forward to your videos, which I watch after a hard day of work. Did you ever still cook on a rocket stove? That was the coolest thing. Do you ever? Well, our rocket stove got burned up in the fire, and I just haven't, Carolyn and I haven't made another one. But yeah, we cooked on it regularly. It's a pretty neat little thing to play with. Doesn't take much wood. I predict he may tap into the nonprofit. Hope folks are in place to keep him honest. Kind of concerning. Well, he's already got an executive director, and I know how nonprofits work. You have to have a board, you know, a president and a secretary. So you have to establish a board, okay? And then you hire the executive director. The executive director actually runs the nonprofit, and the executive director reports to the board. Well, I don't know how he hired an executive director when he doesn't have a board, because the board would have to approve the executive director. The board interviews many people, and then they vote on the person that they want as an executive director. That's how it works. It works in every nonprofit organization, and I worked for 4 of them. I've worked for 4 nonprofits. That's how they all work. So I don't know how he has an executive director already. That makes no sense to me, because when he gets a board, the board is going to have to vote for that executive director. So I'm confused about how all this is working. Harry says, hello, Rob. Hello, Harry. How are you? Rob, you and Carolyn do a great job every day. You are good technicians. Well, thank you. Hello, Hillbilly Tech. Sick and tired of people not wanting to earn their way. I work for what I got. Well, I did too. This is why I'm concerned. Not proper process. Yeah. I mean, I've never started a nonprofit. I just know how they work after they've started. The executive director can hire anybody they want to work for the organization. Well, no, that's not true either. There are some members of the organization the board has to approve. Now, the executive director can come in and say, I want to hire this person, and they all vote and they say yes. But, I mean, yeah, I agree. You got to have a process. Rob's followers are too smart for that, Hillbilly. Well, thank you. It's called Scam, brother. I some boards in the back of the van. Longtime friend as an executive director may not be kind of transparency needed. Longtime friend as an executive director may not be the kind of transparency needed. I'm not sure I understand that. Can you rephrase that? I'm not sure I understand. I really like those pop-up trailers. I'm looking at an A-liner too. Is there any way to block him? Is the process ever open to public input? Yes, it is. They have to have monthly, they have to have a board. I mean, first of all, they have to write up their guidelines, their rules. They write up all these rules. But we used to have a board meeting. In the rules, we said we had to have a board meeting. You have to have a board meeting. The board determines how often. So we determined we were going to have our board meeting every month. Those board meetings are open to the public. Yeah, bylaws. Thank you, Jimmy. You're right. So in the bylaws, they say, okay, we're going to have a board meeting once a month. Well, the public is invited to those board meetings, and you can express your concerns to whatever that is. Well, I might be educating him, but the problem is I don't see how he's going to go to the government and say, I want to be tax exempt nonprofit. And my plan is, here's where I get confused. My plan is I'm going to help people with van builds or whatever it is, so they can live on BLM lands. I can't imagine the government is going to say, that's a good idea. I want you to give people money to come and park their van on public property. I don't see that working. I mean, we followed the rules for 30 years. 30 years. And when the administration changed in Washington, D.C., they sent out a horde of auditors from different organizations, OSHA, Department of Labor. Department of Labor said we weren't paying our folks correctly. After 30 years of doing it the same way, we were able to prove every ounce of it. Well, they wanted to give us a big fine. Anyway, they wanted to give us a big fine. then we hired lawyers instead of paying a fine. After, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, they just said, okay. Of course, the administration changed again, and then they just let it go. So we paid all that money to lawyers, and nothing happened. And that's where I think he's going to have a problem. Is the Department of Interior is going to want to know what he's doing. The National Forest is going to want to know what he's doing. He probably has an e-begging scheme planned. Yeah. I don't. I'm sorry we're stuck on this. I mean, there's a lot of people asking questions, so I'm happy to answer them from what I know. He hired. Let's see. He hired a longtime friend as his executive director. What about black? Okay, we've talked about that. The government may not like that. I don't know if they will. He has a saying. He was saying a friend as a board director does not work. He was saying a friend as a board director. Yeah. I don't know how to set up a board. I'm going to be honest. Because a friend of mine and I were talking about setting up a board one time so we could start our own workshop. And I just didn't know how to do it, and I didn't have the time or the will to actually learn how to do it, so we just never did it. But it is a process. A little magic dust from Santa and some of the reindeer and a little more Santa. Before donating, I would love to see proof he is a 501c3. Nobody but his buddies will see any. He's probably has a begging scheme planned. Well, I mean, you guys all seem to be interested in this conversation, so I'm just answering questions. I hate that we're off on it so long. I hope we're not monopolizing the conversation. What about talking about? What's we talking about? Oh, let's see. I got comments of his cult ditching people the second they break down. Hello, okay, so Marty. Hello, Marty. Good to see you. Welcome to the Little House on the Road family. Wow, it's already 52 minutes in. So, this has been a lively conversation, and there's only been, I don't think we got over 60 people today, did we? Rebecca says, hi. Hello, how are you, Rebecca? He wants to buy another condo so he can be prepared for snowbirds. At least people are asking questions, not blindly fighting. Yeah, that, you know, BMAC, that is a very valid point. Very valid. Thank you. I don't see a problem unless he starts making Kool-Aid. Well, I think that my biggest concern is the BLMs getting shut down. I am really concerned about that. I know they keep saying you can't shut down all the BLMs, but I'm not willing to stake my life on it. And Eli says, hello, Rob. Hello, Eli. How are you? Hit the thumbs up. Tillman. Let's see. We can start fighting if you wish. Who's fighting? Let's not fight. No. No fighting. I'm doing well. Thank you. Me too, Rob. Me too, Rob. Very concerned. Yeah, well, I mean, just with so many people shutting down Walmart parking lots and city parks shutting down. I don't know if Jimmy is still here, but Jimmy is aware of a city park, I think, that got shut down in Colorado. Made big news or something. So, I think it's starting to spread out to, I mean, national forests are shutting down. Don't make me use my wrench. No fighting. Be sweet. Okay, yeah, this overloads the new RVers will shut down the federal lands, Walmart, etc. Yeah, I think so. Look, here's the thing, you know, and I'm not going to get into the controversy of who said what. I realize a ranger said it, but it was his video that he produced that sent it out there. But Ehrenberg apparently was unlimited stay. You could stay as long as you wanted. But after that video, they reduced it down to 2 weeks. Well, that's what I'm trying to say is things are changing as a result of this. So I don't know if we want that change. The government does not want people living in RVs. They want to keep tabs on people and have control. Happy trails, Chester. The numbers grow. Land managers will not see a person camping. They will see villages forming. Yeah. or tribes caravanning. It only takes a few bad, self-entitled nomads to spoil it. I hear you here, Billy. Never stood. All right, well, we're at 55 minutes, so I'm going to say goodnight. So, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like video, and happy travels. Good night, Rebecca. Good night, Shannon. Good night, Jimmy. Good night, Dan. I talked about these closing months ago. YouTube started, and certain YouTubers said I was crazy. That wasn't me, was it? Good night, John. Good night, Mom. Good night, Kev. Good night, Tillman. Good night, Angela. Good night, Lori. Night, Tom. Night, Steve. Night, Lisa. Night, Tulane. Not you. Good. I didn't think I would say that. I mean, boy, that didn't sound like me. Night, Tal. Night, Terry. Night, Harry. Terry and Harry. Safe and happy travels. Good night, Dan. Good night, night, John Boy. Yep. Not sprays. How many flies? Thanks. Good night. Good night, Beach. Good night, John. Yeah, good night, Tillman. Good night, Mr. and Mrs. Carolyn. Ha 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 ha. Night. Oh, big brother coming on night. Good night, Phil. All right, so I'll see you next week or earlier if I feel like it. So have a great week.